That's right.
This is 3.5 health stars.
That doesn't sound right.
That literally means it's making you healthier by drinking.
No, no, that's not what it means. No.
Yeah, because it's over the halfway point.
That's how it works.
Anything under the halfway point is killing you. Anything over is making you better. That's how the system works, I'm fairly sure.
At which point does it keep you balanced and steady?
Exactly 2.5%.
Okay. No.
I feel like
Doesn't sound right.
I know maths.
I mean, yes, you do know that.
Oh, let us get started.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. It is me, Darcy, and him, Kris.
No, I'm Steve today.
I fucking hate you. And we are back once again for the Unnamed Podcast. The podcast we wasted here roughly for a rough amount of time.
Yes.
Exactly. Often, however long it takes me to drink the beverage in front of me.
It shouldn't be long this time.
And talk rubbish. And welcome back. I've said a lot this time.
No.
Before we get started, I just did. It's my life, okay? Okay? Come, everyone calm the fuck down. So, before we get started, I wanted to talk to you about something that I've been seeing a lot around town recently.
Okay, yes.
That has led me to be a little bit concerned.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay. So you know how in Australia we have the yellow signs that are square,
Yes.
but then tilted,
Yes.
so they become a diamond.
Yes.
And on those signs it's like animals, and then under that sign it'll say like, for the next 10 kilometres,
Yes.
next 15 kilometres,
Yes.
next 20 kilometres.
Yeah.
Yes. Which you then look at and go, well, that's a lie. And the people who put up these signs are just optimistic idiots, because those animals are not just for the next 2 kilometres.
They don't follow the signs.
No, they don't. Mainly because they can't read signs. But
Yes.
I
Unless they can, and they're just messing with us.
wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, those little assholes.
But anyway, the point is that, so I've noticed a few of those signs.
Okay.
The animal on that sign that will be appearing for the next 10 kilometres
You never see.
is a truck.
What?
Yeah. I was driving home from Yeppoon the other day, and I saw one of those signs, and for the longest time I was like, oh, that's the emu sign. And I looked at it and I went, that just said trucks for the next 10 kilometres. I feel like someone's lying to me.
Someone is indeed lying to you. Because you're between two places.
Pretty much.
That'll be the entire distance.
Yeah, anyone who's driving the truck there goes, and then they hit that 10 kilometre point, it turns into a van.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck, I've lost half of my fucking load. No, I was just looking at that and I was just like, of all the signs, I think that is the most useless. Because first of all, it says...
One, is it a Queensland road? Yes. Then there's a fucking truck on it.
One, it said there were only going to be trucks for the next 10 kilometres.
Yes.
I was behind a truck and I swear it went all the way from there to...
That sounds right to me.
So
in reality, they're breaking the law.
Exactly.
We needed cops around for that one.
Secondly, and this is the one that worries me the most.
Okay, yes.
Those signs are put up to warn you about something that you might not expect to see on that road, like an emu, a wombat, a koala, something that shouldn't be on the road that may cause an issue.
Yes.
Last time I checked, trucks were supposed to be on the road.
Yes.
Like, that sign makes perfect sense. If I'm chilling at the beach and see that sign, I'm like, interesting. And then I turn around, there's a fucking semi rolling towards me.
Yeah.
Useful sign.
Or coming out of the water somehow.
Yeah, Amazon order.
What?
Good delivery.
Literally.
But, yeah, no, I just saw the sign and I'm just like, that is not news that I needed to be told in sign form.
No, it wasn't.
Also, your sign is wrong. Why 10 kilometres? Yeah, there's going to be trucks for 10 kilometres. Keep an eye open.
As I said, is it a main road in Queensland? Yes. Then there's fucking trucks on it. It's just how it is.
I said, we don't go out and we don't put those kangaroo signs next 10 kilometres out in the middle of the bush where the kangaroos actually are. Because that's where you fucking expect them to.
Do we even have one at the uni?
No.
Yes, because we just expect they'll be at the fucking uni.
No, because...
We don't need the sign.
Because we're getting rid of the kangaroo ones because you should know better by now.
Well, you should. They're at the uni.
No, but yeah. I just saw that sign and I was like, I think you're lying. But also I found it incredibly funny that I was just like, why are they warning us about trucks? Like, seriously, why are they warning us about trucks? First of all, a truck shouldn't just randomly cross the road for no goddamn reason. Like an animal might. Yeah.
And if it does...
You put that sign because if an emu standing on the side of the fucking road, and it wants to go across the road, it's not going like, no, hang on, there's a car coming. I'll wait. It's going at 100. It's going to pass me any second now. It goes, I'm crossing. Yeah. Someone driving a truck. I don't care if
they're crossing the road, there's a serious problem.
Well, first of all, if they're crossing, yes. If the truck driver is driving through the bush, I believe he's lost. But
yes, he is.
Secondly, it's like if a truck driver is pulling out onto the highway, as someone driving on the highway, it's his job to make sure he's not going to obstruct traffic. Not traffic's job to be like, oh, there's road trucks crossing the road here.
True.
I just found it funny and annoying because I was just like, that's a waste of a sign. And I went, damn, that's a waste of a sign. My money. Oh.
It's gone. Down the drain. Oh. That's a fair statement. That is disappointing.
No, I just think the worst part is that they then, like, look, if they had the yellow sign and they just had the picture of the truck, it's like, okay, they're warning me about trucks. But the fact that they had the next 10Ks on underneath it, I'm just like, okay, well, that's a lie. That's a lie and you know it.
Yes, it is.
Just like pull up, excuse me, you're not allowed to drive a truck past this point. Like, this is 10 kilometers from that sign. You should know better. You're not an emu.
Hey, look. Cops could set up and just give out so many tickets.
Oh, yeah. And for anyone who's sitting there and goes, it's emu, yes it is, but emu's funner to say.
It is. That's why we say it.
And especially because we have Emu Park just down the road.
We do have Emu Park.
And I don't like giving them any credit. Where you live? Emu Park? Oh, emu!
Oh, you live in Emu!
Oh, we wonder where your emu is. Yeah, okay.
We need to find someone to do that.
Emu. Oh, he's so cool. You know, a place named after something that's not there.
True. I've never seen an emu over there.
I told you they all left.
Yeah.
Because they're vindictive and they know better.
So either that or they learn to speak and put on suits to look like humans.
Humans? Yeah, no, I thought I'd tell you about that one because I found it super funny the other day when I was driving. Because literally, yesterday was Tuesday. Yesterday, while I was driving, I literally saw two of those signs and I was like, they're spreading.
They're spreading? They are.
Oh no, we're getting dumber.
People are.
We are.
Hence why there's a sign that warns you about a truck for 10Ks. Only for that 10Ks.
Hence why there's a sign that warns you that trucks might be on the road.
True.
What's going to happen next? Fucking signs that warn you trains might be on the railways.
Oh no. Which is funny because the only ones that will be on the railways are the trains.
Or
it's going to shock the conductors.
Or people that get those little push carts.
Oh, good point.
I've never actually seen one of those, and I would love to. Because I think it would be the funniest thing ever in the world to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one either.
Yeah. I have a funny story about one of those.
Yes.
So, have you ever seen Achievement Hunters ghost hunting show program?
Yes.
They had one of them in one of them, and they tied Gavin to the. So they tied Gavin to some railway tracks, and they had one of those that they were using to pretend to be a train. So they put like a big light and had like an iPhone playing train noises, and they were coming towards him on it. And it was like, but what if you ran me over? Like, don't worry, we threw a chain across the tracks so that would stop us. And they went, the only thing was that we rode over that chain a couple minutes ago. So the chain didn't stop them. No. And that was their one safety. No, well, there was more than one safety measure, but that was their big safety measure.
Yeah.
We threw a chain across. It didn't work, but we did it.
We did it. We thought about you.
Come on. Yeah, no.
That's pretty fun.
It was very funny. Yeah, so Now that I've told you about the multiplying signs, we can move on.
We
can move on to what we normally do. Noodle arms. Noodle arms. No, that's just because my arms don't want to work as human arms.
I know the feeling. Surprised we got here.
Channel news.
Yes.
Channel news is, last time I checked, we're still on the same number of subscribers.
Yes.
But last time I checked was a day ago. So, some stuff's changed. It generally does.
Yeah.
They creep up on me.
We do.
They always do. A Phasmophobia came out this week.
Yes.
I was the egg hunting one.
Oh, yes.
And it was the first of 4 egg hunting ones. They're not going to all come out at the same time.
No. As seen by the fact that Mario Kart or Smash came out.
Smash came out today. But I want to go back and I want to talk about that Phasmophobia that came out.
Yes.
Because that Phasmophobia has pretty much... It follows what the rest of them are like.
Yes.
I'd give no fucks about hunting ghosts.
Oh, yeah, no.
I am all on the eggs.
That's all. I think I was trying to work on the hunt.
Oh, yeah, you were doing the hunt.
I was doing that.
And it has probably one of my favourite lines I've ever said to you in a Phasmophobia, which is you say, well, I got freezing temperatures, so it can't be this. I'm like, yeah, but I just don't trust you.
That sounds right.
It's also got a moment which I totally forgot happened, which is like, I literally walk at the ghost.
What?
Yeah, there's a point in that. You can see that Kris has watched it. There is a point in that where I'm like watching the ghost come towards me. He's coming towards me. He's coming towards me. It's like right in my face. I'm just like, fuck. And then I just keep walking around. I'm like, and you're like, you're dead. I'm like, no. But I was like face to face with the fucking ghost. So I was like enduring a hunt.
So it was hunting me.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. It also has my favorite ending to a Phasmophobia ever.
Yes.
Because again, I only know this because I edited it. I actually forget everything that we say in those videos.
That's fair.
But I'm sitting there and I go,
especially with the whatever the G bone is connected to. I'll never find out.
I didn't know what it was connected to when I said it.
Well, maybe you did. You just immediately forgot because you got sidetracked.
It's very easy for me. But yeah, so this is literally at the end of the Phasmophobia that came out on Monday. Is me saying to you, I've forgotten how to play this game. And you're like, how do you forget how to play the game? Which like incompetent. You're like, yeah.
It's a fair statement.
And then it just ends with laughing.
Oh, okay. So that's good.
There's not even any there's not even any questions. It's just like, how have you forgotten how to do it? Incompetence. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's pretty good.
So that came out, as I said, part 1 of 4 where we hunt Easter eggs instead of ghosts. Or at least I hunt Easter eggs instead of ghosts. But the other part about that I find hilariously funny is how many times you're like, have we looked here for this last egg as you're like literally standing and you can see the egg on your screen.
What?
There is one point where you're like, you literally say something, I can't remember the exact words, but you're like, where could this egg be? And it's like, as I'm watching your screen in the edit, it's like, you're saying that the egg is like sitting right there in the bottom corner. And I'm like, there it is. There it is, Kris. Kris, it's right at your feet.
Did you do your editing job and put an arrow in a circle around it?
I was thinking about it,
Yeah, sure.
and then I came to a realization that I wasn't going to do that, because pretty much every time one of us was like, where is this egg? One of us was looking at it. In fact, I believe there's a point where you are crouching next to it, like you can see the egg, and you're just like, is it this way? And you go the opposite direction. It was pretty bad.
I need to watch this.
But yeah.
I do not remember that.
Yeah.
Well, obviously I don't. I never saw it.
So yeah, like
I think there was...
I think it is really funny because there are so many points where you are standing like right next to the egg, just being like, hey, how you going with finding that egg and shit like that? And it's just like, you can literally see it on your screen.
But in my defense, you didn't see it either.
No, but
I thought you were editing it.
well, I didn't see your screen.
I'm aware.
The other one is that there is literally just a point where I'm just like walking around with a UV light, and I'm just like, you're like, can you see anything? I'm like, no, this UV light is shit. And I'm
it's not inaccurate.
At that point,
tried to play that game with one of them, and it sucks.
At that point, I am literally using a UV light as my torch.
Is it because one of us forgot to bring in a torch?
Yes, but there was another torch in the truck. It's just, again, incompetence.
Yep.
Yeah, and then today, on Wednesday, today, Smash came out.
Yes.
Which is the Lightning Whip one.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Fucking Lightning Whip.
Lightning Whip, mate. It's great. It's actually a plasma whip. I googled it to figure out what it was.
And then you still said Lightning Whip?
Yes, because I googled it last night so I could get a picture of it.
Oh.
To put on the thumbnail for today's video.
Yes.
But I I was making the thumbnail last night. I'm sitting there putting it all together. I'm just like, this is great. Because it's just the ha-ha-has around me and the insane looking on my little dude's face.
Yeah.
And I just got the Kris there in the background.
Just sad.
Disappointed.
Sad and disappointed.
Yeah, no, that was fun. That was fun for me. I was just like, because I was like, I'm like, I wonder if I have one of these little cartoons of us where I just look insane. Yes, I did, apparently.
Yes.
And I was like, and that, I think that sums up how I was going about that Lightning Whip pretty well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait, have I not gone insane in any videos yet?
Yes.
I have,
but yeah.
It hasn't been the main point, so we haven't used it.
Yeah, no. Well.
Or I haven't gone insane with all.
Yeah, so otherwise, you know, like, other channel news is just, you know, editing. Doing a lot of editing.
I'm still not editing. Except for that
Bunny Man, which I still just can't bring myself to look at.
Oh, well, you can bring yourself to look at it. You just can't bring yourself to even click on it.
Mm.
That's the issue.
It's just one of those ones where you're like, you know, you're going to be sitting there 5 hours after you started it, looking at the same edit and being like, just end me!
It's like me counting...
Finish him!
It's like me counting some tiles yesterday. The little square ones.
Oh, that's fun.
And it was always like, you looked at a box of 100 and you're like, hey, is that a full box of the... How many's taken out of that box?
What I like to do is drop them.
Did you?
1,
Logan
2,
did.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, shit.
Well, we're at 0.
So it turns out we have none of them, but we had like 6 boxes. My counting method could use some work.
Yes. Logan did drop one though.
Like 1 box or 1 tile?
Oh, just 1 tile.
Oh, okay.
This is 1 tile, and like Jeff happened to be in the next tile. I'm like, oh, Logan, what are you doing? He's like, this is why you shouldn't leave me here.
You know what I
fair.
actually think is funnier than that, as someone who knows exactly what tiles you're talking about? When you get the boxes that are completely sealed, but then you look at the corner and you can see one corner's slightly squished. And then you have to open and count it, because I can guarantee you at least 10 tiles in that box are broken. Because someone's just come along and gone like, boop, and it's like,
dude, it was 11:15. Was not fucking doing that.
Give it the shake. There's broken tiles.
Definitely broken tiles. 100.
100.
Shit.
0.
Or getting to ones, and it's like, hey, this one's sold by the carton, and it's open and 2 missing.
We call that the stupid person.
God, fucking damn it.
Don't you love when people do that shit? I love it.
No, it's great.
I love it.
Especially when they're like, oh, we just sell it as like a broken box. It's like, but our count is 1, and there's like 10 in a box. Why?
I personally love the fact that, like, back when I was working there, customers come and be like, oh yeah, I just want one of those tiles. And it's like, they're only sold by the box. Like, I bought like 4 of them yesterday. I'm like, I don't know how you could have bought 4 of them. When you got to the front desk and they charged you $10 per tile, did you not question it?
Yeah, that's a bit of a question.
Or did the person on the front just be like, I can't find them. I'll just put them in this. Oh, look, these ones. Oh,
These look similar. Probably the wrong size.
probably the fucking white 10 cents a tile ones.
Probably. Wouldn't surprise me.
But yeah, no, I just fucking love it. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's annoying.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, I'll give you an update on what I've been doing this week.
Yes.
Darcy has not been playing Tears of the Kingdom. Because we've been
No,
through that.
because
I haven't
still
finished
haven't
Breath of the
fin-
Wild
yes.
yet.
No, I'm aware of that.
I
can play it. But...
I've been playing, the baseball game, the basketball game.
Yes.
A little bit of Modern Warfare too.
Yeah.
Mainly because at this point, I'm in the sunk cost fallacy. Where it's like, I need to finish the Battle Pass.
So you don't have to buy
Otherwise, what's the point of it all?
I mean, true,
Otherwise, what's the point of this being?
True. Especially when you pay for the Black Cell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've been keeping up on gaming news.
Okay, yeah.
Sony's having a showcase at some point, either in 2 days, or today, or yesterday, or maybe tomorrow, or maybe on Friday. I don't know when it's happening. But Sony are going to get up there, they're going to talk about their games, they're going to say, like, hey, look, it's Spider-Man 2, and I'm going to be like, still not buying it.
Fair.
Bring back original Peter Parker. Not the one that looks about 12.
You did do that.
I don't actually know what else they're likely to have in there because I just don't keep up with PlayStation games.
I haven't kept
Although
up
I did
with
see
it
something
for a while.
funny about like some people talking about PlayStation games, and they're like, PlayStation have been killing it lately with their single player story games.
Okay, yeah.
Ragnarok, Forbidden West.
Yeah.
There's another one that they were mentioning, and I can't remember it right now. The
Right.
Last of Us Part 2.
Yes.
All of these really good games. And you can't deny that they are good games. In fact, they're all games that I want to play.
Yes.
However, they did then mention, and they were like, and, then Spider-Man 2's coming out soon. However, as this kind of current batch of Sony have come out, you can't help but notice that Sony now have a gameplay style
Okay.
that pretty much boils down to someone with a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man bow and arrow.
He know my
So look for that one when Spider-Man 2 comes out. Spider-Man with
That's
bow and
an
arrow.
interesting one. Shooting webs with an arrow.
Pew! Pew, pew, pew. But no,
You will
that
get
was
those webs to stick to things because, well, there's an arrow in them.
Oh no, my web shooters are broken. Oh well, good thing I have this bow and arrow. Not exactly how I normally stick people to walls.
Yeah, he'll be right.
But yeah, no. So yeah, they were just talking about the Sony formula and how like a lot of Sony games are just like starting to be like, yeah, but where's the person with the bow and arrow in it? I was like, oh man, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's...
Where's the bow and arrow wielding character? Because I haven't played Ragnarok yet. I don't even own it yet. I am going to buy it.
I haven't played it yet.
But apparently there are sections in there where you have to play as Atreus.
Yes.
Just run around with his little bow and arrow.
He does use a bow and arrow.
And apparently, much like the Mary Jane parts from the first Spider-Man game, they are the suckiest part.
That
and just
sounds about right.
Strip all the fun out of the game.
Atreus
Sucks.
is the worst. He's
Quite
the fucking worst.
He sucks. We
It's
hate him.
Going on into one of the realms, it's like, and a challenge, it's like, don't let Atreus get hit as he sprints past you into the middle of the enemies. It's like, you little fucking
Don't
shit.
let Atreus get hit. Okay.
I told you to stay away. Why'd you run into the middle of him, you little shit?
Maybe he thought
off.
stay away from you. Honestly, that is kind of that. When I heard about that, I was kind of like, oh, that's a bit of a disappointment.
Yeah.
Because I really like
Trying to save the drink till the end.
No, I was just making sure there wasn't any branding on this label because I wouldn't want them to know what generic brown drink I'm drinking.
That has a red label. Actually, there's a few.
It could be any generic brown sugar-free drink that has this bottle shape.
That is true.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the original God of War. Well, not
Yeah.
the original God. The 2018 God of War.
Yes.
That I'm fairly sure came out in 2018. I could be wrong. I don't know when it came out. I don't expect
I mean, it sounds right.
it does sound right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I never played the original God of War.
No,
I hear
no.
Kratos was a dick.
No, he was, yes. I haven't played the original either, but that's what I hear also.
But yeah, so I was super looking forward to Ragnarok. And like when it came out, it was like one of those ones where it's like, is this the reason I get the PlayStation 5? No, because it came out on the PlayStation 4 as well.
Yeah.
There are other reasons to get a PlayStation 5, namely Ratchet and Clank. That's the only
Yes.
reason. That is the only game.
Whereas I had
Because I'm not buying Spider-Man 2.
Whereas I had 2 reasons to get it.
Being a sheep. Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank and Demon Souls.
Have you heard that they want to like stop selling PlayStations with the disc drive?
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Well, you know why, obviously.
Yeah.
Like it'll have like a plug-in disc drive or something.
Probably.
Because they don't want you to get the most for your money.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They want you to have to buy digital copies at the prices they dictate.
Yes. That is true.
Not a fan of that. That may surprise that may shock you. I'm not a fan.
Not a fan of it. It's the only way you... Well, no, it's not the only way you buy games. Sometimes Amazon. But otherwise, it's just online.
Oh yeah, but, you know, I like the fact that I still have the option. I'm not going to take advantage of that option because I'm a sheep. But I like having the option.
Okay, fair.
And when was the last time I bought a full price game? It was about 3 weeks ago. I bought Resident Evil 4 remake.
And Tears of the Kingdom?
Actually, I did. I paid full
Tears of the
price.
Kingdom.
That was about a week ago.
Yes.
Sheep. No, but I could have bought Tears of the Kingdom for cheaper.
Could you have?
I don't know.
I don't think you
I
could.
can't remember what I
Not
paid
when
for
it just came out.
I can't remember what I paid for it, but maybe, possibly, I could have. And that's
Well, it would
what
have been full price somewhere. Even if you got it on Amazon, it was still full price.
Yeah,
Unless there was a discount.
possibly.
But I doubt there would have been a discount that early.
Yeah, but Amazon just trying to steal all those buys from Nintendo.
That's true.
No, the only reason. I think if I bought it on Amazon, I would have saved like $10.
Oh, yeah, of course it would.
Which is fine. You know, I saved $10. But then I would have to wait like a week to play it.
Yes.
Yes, I just said that thing that I said. When did I buy it? How much have I played?
How much have I played? When am I going to play it?
I should have saved $10.
You should have saved $10.
Fuck.
Didn't think about that one, did you?
Obviously not.
Yes.
Kris, Kris, you know what I'm like. I want things, I want them now. Then I never want to see them again.
I'm well aware.
I bought Resident Evil 4. Until I get my new Xbox, I can't play Resident Evil 4.
Until you finish the other games, you're still not going to play it.
Well, yeah, well, that's my own messed up thing.
I'm aware.
That's got nothing to do with the hardware. The current hardware I have can't play
Just
Resident Evil 4.
start at 0.
I don't know. Well, Resident Evil 1's the first one, canonically.
But numerically.
But...
And story driven wise?
canonically, I still think 1's more important than 0.
God damn it.
Which, if it wasn't numerically earlier, there would be no problem. But then it is. Which means it happens earlier. Which means that while playing it, everything is actually happening before Resident Evil 1. Or maybe before and yet also at the same time simultaneously.
Oh.
And I don't think I'm ready for that.
Then don't watch the Mate, hold on, you've already watched it, never mind. Wait, have you? The Witcher?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wasn't a fan.
Do you know what's really annoying?
They're up to season 3 of that show.
No, the fact that like when you actually, as much as details may have changed slightly, that's how it happens in the book too.
Yeah, no, I knew
All
that.
over the place.
I'm pretty sure I said that to you at one point before you started reading the books.
No,
Or while you were reading the books.
No,
or when you started thinking about maybe you were reading the books.
So no, you told me that it was very much like a story told by someone else.
Oh yeah,
that was in the room. That's the other books. The first 2 books are basically the first season. 2 seasons? I think 2 seasons.
I only watched season 1. I like Henry Cavill. Don't like their gold dragon.
Okay.
It was pretty shit.
It was, wasn't it?
No, I'm thinking. Oh yeah, in other news, I had to do some stuff with my PC the other day because I put another drive into it.
Oh, okay.
And then one of the other drives wasn't working, so I had to format it. And then I looked at that formatted drive, and something funny happened.
Okay.
And like when I say funny, it wasn't like ha ha ha, oh classic you. It was more like funny ha ha ha. I'm laughing because otherwise I might cry.
Yes, those ones.
That drive that was formatted happened to be the drive that Super Bunny Man was saved onto. So I went to Steam and I reinstalled it, and I went, oh no, because this may shock you people. You people. This may shock you.
Fuck!
Calm your farm. Can't relax yourself.
Okay.
Relax your tits.
Okay.
Yes, this. If you know the channel, if you've seen any of the videos, more than likely the video you've seen is one of our Bunny Man, because they have the most views, just massively.
Yes.
Like you can almost guarantee if we're dropping a Bunny Man, it's getting like 300 views.
And I saw someone else, a more popular channel, playing it just the other day.
Nice.
So it's still going around.
Yes, but the thing about that is that this was not the first time me and Kris played Bunny Man.
No.
We didn't finish the game. We didn't even get that far in. But this is our second playthrough. We have done some of the levels multiple times. Specifically, we got up to World 2, because I remember a lot of the icy worlds.
Yes.
We have been more successful this time. However, when I saw that Super Bunny Man had been uninstalled, the feeling that went through my mind was, oh no, not again.
Which is about the feeling that went through my mind.
Thankfully, when I reinstalled it and checked, progress is still there.
So the save data was saved somewhere else.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
This time, apparently. Not last time. Last time, go fuck yourself. That's what Steam said to us. Hey, you. Yeah, fuck you. That's what Steam said. This time, Steam were like, nah, I got you covered, bro. And I was like, thank you, Steam. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You don't know how much this means to me.
Yes.
But yeah, for a hot minute there, I was just like, oh no.
Just to record
I think
another
I'm going to
episode,
cry.
we'd have to do like a full day or two of just Bunny Man to catch up.
You say that, but technically to get to where we are has taken months, because like after about 2 hours you have to stop. Then you have to take like 3 weeks. Just let yourself go. Just don't come back to it. Go work on yourself.
Let yourself
Get your
recover.
brain in the right spot. Maybe go see a therapist. But yeah, like so I was worried.
Maybe that's my thing. Maybe it's starting to get slightly better for me because it's been long enough since we played it.
Yeah, so that happened, and I was just kind of like, oh no, because like no joke, Bunny Man has been one of the hardest things for us to film. Not because it's difficult, it's just because it is the only game I think that has ever.
It's
actually,
taxing.
I don't think it's the only game that's ever broken me and actually made me cry. And not like emotional tears of just please end this now. God.
No, it's not the only game that broke you.
Another one.
There was the Don't Stop Talking or You'll Explode.
Oh,
Or at the end of it, your nose just started bleeding.
Okay, well, I feel that was just a hemorrhage. I feel that was just me having a stroke. After you refusing to explode, you refusing to do a bomb right. Okay, that was just me having a stroke because you fucked up.
But it was playing that game
that gave me a stroke. I'll concede that one too. That's actually the real reason we haven't played any more of that. We're not sure how much my brain can take.
Is that what we? Oh yeah, that's what we were doing, using the glasses too.
It was the oddest thing because it was just kind of like we got to the end. It's like, okay, that's the end of the video, and I was just like, oh, and I'm bleeding. What's happened there is, yeah, I'm having a stroke. I'm having an aneurysm.
God, it was weird.
This was a Hollywood movie. You'd know my brain's done.
Yeah. Oh man, it was weird using those glasses, and then taking them off, and everything's back to normal. It's like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Still pretty funny though.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I've been. Plugging around with my computer, pulling all of the plugs out, putting all the plugs in, spending a lot of time under the desk, and then getting up and being like, yay, everything's working again. No internet. Fuck! I didn't put the plug in. Then going back under and being like, yep, there it is. It's just sitting in the slot. I never pushed it in. I just kind of went, you're good.
Yeah. Yes.
So I had to get under my desk. And, like, that's not the hardest thing in the world. It's just because I only just fit in the slot space that I have if I'm sitting up. It's kind of like, I'm doing great ahead. But yeah. So that's what I've been doing. I'm playing a lot of baseball. I like baseball. Oh, I also was watching sport. That was happening. That's because I do that.
Yes, you do.
And the Lakers lost in 4 games, and I was very upset about that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Did you put any money on it?
No.
That's smart.
Yes, I am. I don't gamble, Kris. If I wanted to throw money away, I would just throw money away. I'd take it down to the dump and I'd throw it in a bin.
Hey, you can throw it at me if you want.
No. Take my money. I'll throw my money away the right way, thank you very much.
Look,
I'll take it to the dump and I'll throw it away.
Oh, look, if you're busy, I'll take it to the dump for you.
Yeah, man. It's been a pretty chill week, actually, all things considered.
Yeah. That's fair.
I'm trying to think of what I did yesterday, and I can't. I'm blanking. I had a burger. Again, that is the one thing I remember from yesterday.
We're back to the burger.
I had a burger. I really like burgers, okay?
Burgers are good.
I know what I had today. Pasta.
Yes, I'm aware.
That's the only thing I've eaten all day. Oh, and a mint, actually.
Oh yeah, I had mint too.
Yes. And I drank half a Coke.
Yes. There's still a little bit left.
Yeah, but I only had half a bottle of Coke.
Yeah, but it's not finished
because
yet.
I forgot about it. I started drinking this yesterday and went, I'll put that in the fridge while I go to work. Then I went to work and I came home from work.
And forgot.
I just wasn't in a Coke drinking mood.
Oh, that's fair.
You know, I was just like, I don't want this.
Coke drinking mood.
Oh, no, branding.
Oh no, we said the name too. Oh.
It could be any Coke. Maybe we're just fans of the white stuff. Never everything of that.
Maybe.
Yeah, so what else been happening for you, Kris? What have you been up to this week? Anything interesting?
It's just working, really.
Oh, you're so boring.
I know. I haven't really been able to do anything else because working. Yesterday was a 10.5-hour shift.
It's sickening.
I know, right? And for this first few hours, I did practically nothing.
Nice.
Because I couldn't.
Not
because I physically couldn't. I wasn't allowed to do anything. Couldn't touch hands reach. Couldn't do shit.
I wouldn't let you touch anything either. I've seen where you've been. Yeah, no, I was...
What's wrong with where I've been?
You dirty animal. I've just noticed that my Google Chrome is closed. I have like 50 tabs open. So that's going to be fun to recover.
It depends on how it closed.
They were all Top Gear.
Well, that sounds right. But it said it depends on how it was closed.
True.
You might reopen it and be like, restore tabs. And it brings all 50 back up.
That'd be nice.
It would be. I've even had that after turning my laptop off.
Yes, it does happen.
Mm.
I was thinking like, games wise, I don't think there's. Answer me this, Chris.
Yeah.
Has there been anything game wise that you've been excited about recently?
No, not really.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a disappointing one.
Well,
I mean, there's been a couple of things that have come out already, but...
Okay, well, I'll name some.
Well, as we've talked about, Ragnarok's come out.
Okay,
that was later.
That was ages ago.
Yeah,
that was almost 12 months ago now.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
It was a little bit more recent.
That did come out recently, but, as someone who has played some of it.
And there was the
Jedi
Survivor. But...
Okay, Jedi Survivor. Okay, I'll give you Jedi Survivor. Jedi Survivor, although...
We've heard things.
It's still got issues.
Yes.
And apparently it still has issues.
Oh.
Let's talk about Hogwarts Legacy for a moment, because I bought that game the day it came out, right? As I do with many things.
I didn't.
And I played it.
Yes.
And I played it, and I haven't touched it in about, pretty much since 2 weeks after it came out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's not because it's a bad game. I just kind of felt like it was one of those classic games where it's like, doesn't really have any reason for you to stay.
No, okay.
Not that Call of Duty's any better, because the only reason I stay is because I've already invested money into it.
I don't even stay for that reason.
Okay.
It's the only reason I'm staying is because it's the only thing I can actually be bothered to play at the moment.
I don't know. I'm just kind of disappointed by it like that, because I'm just like.
Yeah. So normally
there was always at least one thing that you were like, "Ooh, I'm looking forward to that."
There's always one or two things a year that it's like, "Oh, this is coming out." But I suppose it's because we know how things are these days, and nothing really comes out the way it should.
Yeah.
Or the way they
so one that I was really looking forward to was Dark Tide. I've heard less than great things about that.
What was Dark Tide again?
Dark Tide is the Vermintide set in the 40k world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so I was looking forward to that because I was like, Vermintide's great fun.
Yeah.
The 40k world is pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay.
I've heard it's not great.
It's disappointing. I suppose it's becoming that way, isn't it?
I think the last game that I was okay, I bought Hogwarts Legacy the day it came out.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really looking forward to it though.
Yeah.
It was more one of those things where I was like, oh, it's available to buy now. Buy.
Yeah, okay.
Tears of the Kingdom, I can't say I was overly excited for Tears of the Kingdom.
No.
Because as I've often gone into, I'm not one of these people who's just like, Breath of the Wild was the best thing ever. Because I don't believe that.
Dead Rising came out as well, actually. Dead Rising, that was another one.
Dead Rising?
Yes.
Which one?
I can't remember which number it was. I wasn't looking.
5? Yeah, that'd be up to 5 by now.
I think it was 4 or 5.
I wasn't specifically. Dead Rising 4 was ages ago.
I wasn't specifically looking forward to it because I never really got into the other ones.
Dead Rising 5. Oh, Dead Rising 5 isn't out, Kris.
Isn't it?
Yeah, no.
So then it's not that one. Wait, was it Dead Rising then?
Are you sure you're talking about Dead Rising and not Dead Space?
No, not Dead Space. It's definitely a zombie one.
Dead Rising 4 came out ages ago.
Yes, it did.
2016.
Am I thinking of the right game then?
No. Oh, Dead Island 2.
Shit, that's right. Yeah. It was dead something. Just Rising's the first name that came to
heard
mind.
that's quite actually good.
Okay.
Like not like good as in like this will change your goddamn life, but like for what people were expecting from it, it delivers. You want a
Pretty good.
stupid zombie fun killing game?
That's it.
This is the one for you, son. And it wasn't broken when it came out, which is nice.
Yeah, the last zombie game I got excited for was
Dying Light 2.
yes.
How'd that turn out for you?
I had fun.
Okay. Honestly, I think I would, as someone who has yet not played Dying Light 2,
Yeah.
I think I'd prefer Dead Island 2. Because
See,
I
I
played
like-
the crap out of the original Dead Islands.
See, I didn't because I never got into it.
I
I played a lot of Dying Light because I really liked. I actually enjoyed the parkour aspect that they added into it, and it's not as good in the second one, but it still has its perks.
Right. You know what the problem there might actually be, though?
So
Is that other games have done parkour a lot better.
true. Well, as I said, number one did it quite well.
Yeah, but like when number one came out, there was really like how many games were that actually did parkour?
No, not
Assassin's Creed.
True. Yes. Yes.
Now like parkour's like just like hey, you are you releasing a game? Does it have parkour? Could it be improved with parkour? No, put parkour in it.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like now every game kind of has a parkour system in it.
Yeah. They definitely added some new stuff into it, but sometimes it just didn't work.
Yeah, that
in it.
happens.
And it's just... Well, quite often for me it didn't. I don't know whether I was pressing it the wrong way or not quite doing it right.
Mean, like literally not working.
Yeah, I'd be
talking,
going...
like figuratively not working. Like the character motivations they just weren't working.
No, like I legitimately would go to do something like Nick would do it just before me, and then I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'll go do it," and then I'd just run straight into a wall. Like,
that is.
I wanted to slide under that. Why
is-
didn't I slide under that?
That is like the raid we did the other day. Where
Yes.
you and Jaden would make the jump, and then I'd go to do the jump and just smack my face into the wall as I fell slid past it. And I was like, I'm doing exactly the same as you
I'm trying to
guys.
remember which jump that was.
It's the one in the room full of explosives. You know the one
that
from
one.
the fire pipe to the first box?
Hmm.
I could never make that jump.
Oh.
I would always hit the box below it. Like I would hit my shins on the wall on the top of the step, and then slide down and land on the thing, and then have to jump up the long way. I just could not make that jump.
Well, neither could Jaden initially. I
Yeah.
was the only one that actually made it every time.
Yeah, no, but like when you and Jaden were making it, and like so we'd all had a go at it a couple times. I still couldn't get it. Like,
And then
my
you
character
actually
would just
swapped with the...
my character would just hit his toes and just be like, boop, boop.
Yeah, and then you two swapped in with who the flashlight was actually working for.
I think that had a lot to do with where getting killed by the fire.
See, I got killed by the fire and didn't have the issue.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I know that if you got killed by that fire, your flashlight was fucked though, because it happened to Jane twice. It happened to me once.
Maybe it was an issue for console. Issues with both on console.
Maybe. Or maybe it was just an issue because it's Call of Duty and fundamentally it's broken.
Yeah, but the raid is good.
It's the best part of that game other than the story campaign.
Yeah. Oh, and the little challenges as well.
I don't think they're that good though. Those co-op things are not that good.
No, I'm not saying that they're the
They-
best, but I still prefer it over like Warzone.
Okay, but that's like saying like I prefer to be stabbed in the stomach than poked in the eye with a shit-covered stick.
Fair. Fair. Yeah,
like
that's fair.
for me, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is like reasons to play the story.
Yep.
Raids,
Hmm.
hardcore multiplayer, co-op,
Yeah.
literally nothing else to do.
Yeah.
DMZ Warzone.
Warzone below DMZ though.
Yeah, but not by much.
Yeah, no.
They're kind of like here's DMZ and here's
No.
Warzone. They're kind of touching each other.
There's a couple things they could do to bring that up, and we've discussed it before.
Yeah, obviously, but
But
it's
they're
just
never going to.
It's just one of those things where it's like the game could be a lot better.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't think they'll ever change that.
But yeah, that jump in the raid I just could never do. As I said though, I would like to one day record the raids because I think they're good fun.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of what I was going to say. Oh,
No,
they're
no.
long. They're very long with us playing them.
Yeah, especially with their medic dying all the time.
He is hopeless. I will say that he is.
They actually sent me a video the other day that where someone else kept screwing up in the bomb room,
Yeah.
and we just joked about it and the fact that they were probably also the medic.
Probably. He also dropped a door on me
He did. He did indeed drop the door on you.
and killed me. Yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
Although I will say that was the second most disappointing thing about the raid.
Yeah.
The most disappointing part was you fucking off
What?
for no reason,
Oh, where I randomly DC'd.
and
that-
me losing price. That was definitely the worst.
Oh yeah.
And
And then I was running price for a while.
yes, as I said, it gives you something to kind of be like, okay, I want for the next one, I'll wait for that, because like the raids are at this point the other thing I'm waiting for because they're actually good.
Oh yeah, they're good fun. They're good fun.
And I'm glad that when they're being like, oh, we're adding a little extra story, it's happening through the raids and not Warzone like it did in the first one.
In those co-op missions, you can get your loadout.
How?
There's a box right there to get it from.
Well, fuck.
I noticed that while doing them with Jaden the other night. I'm like, hang on. How long have I been able to get my loadout? Like when we were doing the one where you constantly like night vision, where I parachuted past.
I'm aware.
As we were leaving and finishing, I got up at a certain point. I'm like, there's a loadout box there.
Well, that's no good for you. That's at the end.
Yeah, I know, because we're pretty much done. I'm like,
You can't get it on the plane. If you can't get it on the plane, it's not doable.
yeah, well, no, because you're going to get it on, but you can get it after. So you can land and then move to the other places. Or just do A and then on the way to the next one, pick it up.
So what you're saying is there's loadout boxes hidden around the world.
I only know of one. But yes, there is.
Um,
That was something. I still picked it up because we were at the end, because it's just as you get over the bridge. And I'm like, cool. Well, I might as well pick it up because Jaden's run past and managed to miss all of the enemies, so I had to go through the massive amounts of enemies. So
Nice.
I'm grabbing my loadout.
I'm trying to think of what else, because I've just been thinking about that recently, because like it's been a while since I was excited for a game, and like
Yeah.
I think the last game that I was excited for wasn't actually a great game.
Fair. Show me something.
Halo.
Yeah.
Infinite. Like the story was a little bit
Yeah.
The story was a bit naff. The open world kind of setting was like, okay,
Not bad.
not bad. Like overall, it was a not bad game. And the multiplayer, is like probably the best Halo multiplayer for a long time since like Halo 3. But
Fair.
I was excited for that game, and it was a good payoff because we finally left the kind of Halo 5 where Halo 5 was taking it, and I was like, ooh, I really didn't like Halo 5, and we kind of came back towards what Halo 3 was, and I was like, yes, I'm okay with this. So, but like, yeah, I scan the fucking new releases like every
All the
week,
time, yeah.
and I just haven't seen anything there that's like, yes. I've seen games there that I'm like, I might play. Yeah.
I've done the same thing, and it's like, yeah, maybe. I did the same thing on Steam as well. Look for some.
And like and I find it funny because like one of the things we're looking at doing is literally going back to the Xbox 360 to play a game. So like I don't know, I kind of laugh some days, and I'm just like, oh god, what is the next thing that what is the next thing that we can get excited about? I don't know. I really
in
don't.
the gaming world, that's a tough one these days. As I said, it's one of those things that, and as we've discussed before, pre-orders are now pointless.
You just can't do it, like, because a pre-order guarantees you one thing: you will be playing a game that is buggy as fuck.
Oh yeah,
but will it be a game that's buggy as fuck that they fix?
Yeah.
Will
you get the
Cyberpunk style?
Because you may not get the bugs.
Well, you might not.
You might be lucky.
Will you get a game like Cyberpunk? Right. However you feel about that game, they've stuck with it. They've kept trying to get it.
As much
better.
As they did a shit ton of refunds, they didn't get. They just kept going.
They've stuck with it. So will you get a buggy, broken game that they're going to fix, or will you get a buggy, broken game, a la Anthem?
I don't think that was completely buggy broken. Like, none of us had an issue with it, but the issue with it. Yeah, it was good for about 2 hours.
Okay, so in your pre-order, because again, as we said, you're not getting a polished game.
No,
you're getting something that's just passing playable.
Whereas you used to be able to do the pre-order, and if it wasn't polished, there would be an update, and this is when updates were rare. It was a minor update down the track,
but it
was never a big issue. So
but it's like with your pre-order, are you going to get a game that gets supported, or are you going to get a game that is just sent out and left to die?
Yeah,
and that can be an issue. Well, okay. Well, I guess the example would be of fixing it would be Battlefield 2042. I remembered at that time, eh?
Oh, you did actually. Yeah, holy shit! Battlefield 24.
Yes. But apparently they've fixed it. Will I go back to it? No, I probably won't. But apparently you can actually play it now. So that is a marked step up from where it was when I was last
Even
playing.
like No Man's Sky, they did the same thing.
Yeah, again, No Man's Sky I don't think there was anything wrong with No Man's Sky, other than the fact that it was boring as fuck and didn't have any of nearly half the gameplay things that they had promised.
Yes.
And then what they did was add and then continue and add and continue. Yeah. But, these are the things of where they stick to it and fix it. Or you've got Arkham Knight, you've got Anthem, where the game's not good, and after they've taken your money, they're just kind of like, good luck.
I didn't do it with the PC, though, with Arkham Knight.
Yes, but the PC version was very broken.
Oh, it was immensely broken. The console one wasn't actually bad on that aspect.
No. It was just boring.
Yeah. I was at a point of platinum in games, so I really just kept going.
But like as I said, Anthem. As someone who didn't pay for Anthem, and played about 5 minutes of it and went, "This is whack. I hate this."
Yeah. Yeah, I played a bit. I played for about a week.
I feel nothing about Anthem because I didn't spend money on it. But you pre-ordered, didn't you?
I don't think I pre-ordered. I think I just bought it on the day online.
But you spent the top dollar for it. For about 3 weeks later, EA to be like, "No, we're just abandoning it."
Sam played a lot more than I did, though.
True, he did.
They did a shit ton.
They got your money and then went, "No, sorry, no,
sorry, we screwed up.
It sucks." And that's kind of where I'm like, pre-orders are dangerous these days, because will you actually get your money's worth? Maybe you'll get a game that comes out and it's not that great, but they'll fix it, and then eventually you're playing it and you're like, hey, everything's okay.
It was pretty good on that aspect. Except we didn't I haven't
played Biomutant.
I have. No, I haven't finished it, but
suffers the boring world.
It had a slightly boring world, but it was still fun.
There's just so many games now that I'm just like,
because I think I was playing Biomutant as more of a interim game.
Okay.
So it was like,
I do that with sports.
I can't be bothered to play that game, but this game's coming out, but I've got a period of time between. Hey, buy me.
Right. No, that's fine. As I said, though, I just can't get excited about any of it because I'm just kind of like, eh. About most things, and like I know there are games out there that are good because I watch things and it's like games you should be excited for, and I come out and I watch them like, oh, the game actually looks good.
Yeah.
Like, but a lot of them now are like the little indie games where it's like, yeah, it's like, okay, I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
But it's nothing you can be super psyched for.
Yeah.
And like I've never been someone who's like, oh my god, this is going to be the next greatest thing ever. Woo! I've always been someone who's just kind of like, oh, actually, this looks really good. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
This could be a nice change. And just like, a game I was actually really looking forward to was Jedi Survivor.
Yeah.
And then just to hear the problems that people have had with that game, I'm just like, I was looking forward to that game.
Yeah.
My biggest hope is that by the time I actually do get around to playing it,
it'll be fixed.
It'll be fixed.
Hopefully.
But yeah, I'm just gonna like,
So the next thing to look at as well, because they're still releasing on the older generation because obvious issues.
Well, actually, you say that, right?
But here's the thing.
So the new generation's been out for 3 years.
Yes.
There's words in certain pipelines that the pro versions will be coming out soon. And it's like, how can you be? It's like,
how could you even be thinking about pro versions?
I get it that we're
only just barely getting on.
I get it that we're like halfway through the life cycle. It's the life cycle is about 7 years.
True, yes.
And we're at that 3-year mark. But considering that majority of people have not got the new systems yet because they've just been unattainable.
Well, they're only just getting to a point where it's places like, how like EB was going, you can't pre-order it. You can't. And then they would have specific days where it's like, hey, well, you can pre-order on this day, be ready at this time, and there's limited amounts.
We've got 3.
They're actually now at a point where you can just go in and pre-order.
But not just go in and buy.
Yes. It depends on where you go. If you go to JB Hi-Fi, because they're still saying no pre-orders, you can walk in and get lucky enough and walk in and get one. But they don't put it on the shelf that they're all out back. So you've actually got to ask for them and hope they've got it.
Dirty fucks.
Yes. So it's... and a lot of people even do it because you can call up and go, hey, do you have any? Oh, yeah, I've got one here. But they won't hold it for you.
I'll be in 20 minutes.
That's it. You'll be there in 20 minutes. But then again, someone else just got on the phone with some other person. It's like, yeah, I'll be there in 20 minutes. So whoever gets there first gets it.
But that's kind of the problem with saying that we're 3 years into this thing. Like this console generation should really last a lot longer.
Oh, it should.
Because it's just been so difficult to get them.
Yeah.
Like
and as I said, that's why they're still putting stuff onto.
The other thing is how expensive they've been.
Yeah, it's still about $750. Yeah.
Like, well, $750.
Yeah.
If you remember, like. Okay, well, the last generation, they were about that cost.
About 600, I think.
Yeah, and the generation before that, they were about 300.
Yes.
And in fact, I think it was the last generation where, like, the PlayStation was like, it's $750, and everyone went, you're fucking joking, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. And now it's like, they're $750, and it's like, you're kind of hoping that kind of price range, and I know they're like, in the world of electronics, it's, under $1,000 isn't really that much, but like... Yeah. At that price range, you would hope that if you were to finally get one now halfway through, or what people are saying is the halfway point through this generation, that it actually is not the halfway point because, as I just stated, we're only now at the point where they're actually starting to become available again. Yeah. And we're not in the point where it's like, hey, we've got one in the country, one pre-order gets it.
Yeah.
We're done. No more. Yeah. We'll see you next month, eh?
Pretty much, like, because that's where EV got to. They were doing one lot of pre-orders a month, and there was limited amounts of stock per store.
Yeah, as I said, it's just ridiculous to me, really. And like with everyone kind of being like, yeah, this is the halfway life of this new modern generation, the 5 and the Series X. I'm just like, it can't be. It can't be because one, we are only just now starting to get games that are exclusive to the next-gen consoles.
And you still can't.
Well, I know technically PlayStation had them from day one.
Yeah, they did.
But,
But that's because it was built for the console.
They had 2 games.
Yeah.
And they were kind of like, and after that, they were like, "Ooh, we're not pulling the trigger on this one."
Yeah, because the issue was, like, they built certain games for the console before they had the issue with being able to get it out.
But, obviously that was the problem. They weren't going to build a game and be like, "We've built this game." About 1,000 people in the world can buy it, because that's...
And unfortunately, that's about how it went initially. Obviously, more people could get it.
Oh, yeah, it's millions, but...
We're exaggerating a little, but... It's
still...
Yes.
But, the thing is, you don't design a game for a console that people have only just started to be able to get their hands on when they want it.
Oh, yeah. Because even with, like, Demon Souls, it's like, that should have been able to go on both consoles.
No, I probably could have, but,
Yeah, but they still...
We're trying to sell consoles here, said PlayStation.
Yes.
And then followed up very shortly by, "Sorry, we have no consoles to sell you, PlayStation."
So this big thing happened that slowed a lot of manufacturing. We don't have enough.
What was that?
I'm not sure.
But yeah, no, so, yeah, fucking... Yeah, I just... For people, like, a lot of people have been like, "Yeah, it's the halfway point of the generation. Expect the more powerful consoles to come out soon." And I'm just sitting there going, "I hope
Is
not."
that going to be part of Sony's announcements?
Maybe.
Probably is.
You'll have to watch and find out. I will watch someone recap them.
That's about all I do as well. I can't
because
watch it.
I'm not watching several hours of them being like, "Aye," and pointing at people and being like, "Are you excited?" Yes. Why are you excited? I don't know. I'm just here. I need to be excited.
I'm here. That is part of my job.
Yes.
It's part of my job I'm paying for.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 And apparently Xbox is going to have a thing. And a Starfield one. But again, a lot of people... Xbox has bought a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of studios. But...
Indeed.
I don't know, I'm just not excited about anything, really. And, even with these studios, I don't even know what half of them are working on.
No.
The only big thing about Xbox that I was looking at and being and actually keeping on the polls. Because I know Bethesda's working on Starfield, but I'm about as excited as that as any Bethesda game, which is I'm going to take it or leave it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Guarantee you it's going to be better with mods.
Yes.
Because they'll fix it. But what was I saying? Well, yeah, that's about the only studio that Microsoft own that I'm actually even aware of. Yeah. And other than the big hubbub about buying Activision, which I was looking forward to, because I was like, hey, maybe we can actually start getting some decent Activision games that aren't just we made half a game, give us more money if you want the rest of it. Come on, keep giving us money.
But having said that, we're not just going to give you the rest of it. We're going to ask for more money again to give you the other eighth of it. Yeah.
Activision the kings of, hey, we know you bought this game, but give us more money.
And we'll give you DLC.
We'll give you a little bit more of the game.
For the same price.
But, and here's the trick. Unlike all those other guys who you give them money and they give you a product, what we're going to do is we're going to give you the opportunity to get it. You're paying for an opportunity, not it. No. But if you pay and then you play hard, you can get it.
You're still going to pay for it.
Yes, pay first, and then you get the opportunity to unlock it.
Yes.
We don't do anything for free.
No.
And then if you can't unlock it all, hey, that's okay. You can pay us more money to get it fast-tracked.
Yes.
So you can pay us twice for the same content, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Thank you, Activision. It's very kind of you.
That's done that quite a lot. The downside to DLC these days, they charge you the same amount and then give you less of a game.
Yeah, well, that's just another issue. But I don't know. I just don't. Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I feel at the moment the state of gaming is just get it out.
It is.
and that's
and I think half the reason for that is they're announcing the games too early.
Maybe.
I honestly think it is, because if you announce it just as you start working on it and you've got enough to give you a bit of a cinematic, but that's all you've done, it's too early.
Well, see, sometimes they announce the games, and the announcement of the games is literally just a title drop.
Biomutant was one of those. The first thing they showed for Biomutant was a cinematic.
No, so I'm thinking,
and then it dropped off, and then
I'm thinking more like, you know, let's take the PlayStation conference that they're doing, showcase. You know, like, you know, they show off something, and then just between that and the next point, black screen, and then suddenly just a title flares up.
Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima 2.
Yeah.
And then disappears. And they don't talk about it at all. Because all that is to say, hey, look, we are actually working on it. It's in the pipeline. We don't have anything to show you, but there it is. That's technically the first time they talk about it. Now, you know, as far as we know, what they've done is put a team together to work on that. They've got nowhere. But now, you know, they haven't really said anything. They haven't given release dates. I think what happens is they give release dates too soon.
Yeah. Well, as I said, like with Biomutant, they released, if I'm correct, the first thing that came out, or first thing we heard about it, was the cinematic trailer.
Possibly.
So they gave you the cinematic trailer, and then you just never heard about it again.
No.
And then I remembered, like, I was talking to Nick, I'm like, hey, whatever happened to that game? What was it? There was the little raccoon thing running around in the cinematic, and we looked it up, found out it was called Biomutant, and it's like, oh shit, it comes out next month. Well, that died, didn't it?
Yeah.
So it ended up being a very silent release.
Yeah, it does. But again, that's, you know...
And it was
announced
as being something
I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, though, because I think the worst thing you can do is overhype something.
Yes, that is also one of the biggest issues.
Because the second something gets the hype going, and it doesn't stop, and then it's just like, to keep the hype going, you've got to promise the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. But you don't have any of those to give them.
No, it becomes harder and harder.
And then it's like, oh, well, you can do this. And it's like, you can do that, right? And the people building the game are like, oh, we can try. And that just bloats it even more.
Yeah. And then that's how you end up with a broken game.
No Man's Sky, anyway.
Yes.
But I think, personally, the worst part about it is all the fact that, you know, like, because I don't buy into all the hype, when a game is delayed, I don't care.
And
like, I'm not one of these people that are like, oh, I want it now, because I'm very much like, dude, okay, you've delayed it.
Finish
Probably
the game,
for
please.
a good reason.
Yeah.
What annoys me is delay, release. And then you look at the release and you go, oh, so we couldn't fix it. We've delayed it, couldn't fix it. We delayed it again, still couldn't fix it. We delayed it again, still couldn't fix it. So now we're just releasing it so that it's out there. Please die.
Cyberpunk. But then again, Cyberpunk they kept working on, and they did fix it. But that's the thing. One more delay, they probably would have fully fixed it.
True.
That's the thing. One more delay, but the fans were so uppity about it.
I don't know. It did take them a while to fix it. Like,
it was still a few months.
In reality, they would have. You know, that's the type of thing where it's like, we need to push it to the next quarter, at minimum. Yeah, and I can understand from a business point of view why you might not want to do that.
Oh yeah,
but here's like, I can't think releasing a broken bad game is better than pushing it and having a bit of ire from people and losing a little bit of that steam, that like forward momentum, to then put out a game that actually functions.
Yeah.
Because surely the bad news about
well, let's look at it.
Sure. Sorry. Buffering.
Pretty sure like one of the only...
Apparently, I was released unfinished. No, surely the bad press about, the game being delayed again is better than the bad press of the game is broken. Because the game being delayed, okay, a few people are going to be like, oh, it's delayed again. They're still going to spend money when it comes out.
Yeah,
because they're looking forward to it.
Yes.
That's why they're complaining about it being delayed.
Yes.
A game being broken, the people that want it now and are pre-ordering and stuff, sure, they get their game when they expect it. But it's broken and they all of a sudden want refunds, which is their right.
Yeah.
They bought some false advertising.
Yeah.
But you then sour the well for all the people that weren't pre-ordering and weren't going to buy it day one before any news about it got out. Who the more pragmatic, or the people who were just like, yeah, no, I'm a bit busy right now to play a video game. I'll wait until I've got a bit more free time.
Yeah.
And then they hear that your game is fucked. Are they going to spend money? No.
No.
So you've got unhappy pre-order people who you were trying to make happy by just shoving the game out when they expected it. You've got unhappy day one buyers who you were trying to make happy by shoving the game out the day they expected it.
Yeah.
And the people that will be buying it later on are probably not going to buy it later on because they hear how broken it is because you just shoved it out to make those first two people happy, but you didn't make those first two people happy because they spent money on a fucked up game.
Yes. There's a whole issue. Having said that, it's like, I believe Keanu Reeves has also been asked to do a whole heap of other games.
He won't.
No. He's accepted one.
It's just called Keanu.
No, it was a SpongeBob game.
I don't like that.
It was a SpongeBob game. It's the only thing he's accepted.
I hate SpongeBob.
It's the only
For
thing.
Keanu to be in a SpongeBob, you know what I think would be a really awesome game?
What?
Just a game where you walk around as Keanu Reeves, pointing at people.
Hey! Hey!
It would work. I'd buy it. We'd all buy it. Everyone would buy it. Because everyone loves Keanu Reeves.
That's true.
He's just such a chill guy.
Oh, he is.
No, well, I'm part of the problem. I bought Breath of the Wild before not Breath of the Wild, the other one.
Tears of the Kingdom?
No, the other one.
The other one? Oh, shit. Another one came out?
Skyward Sword. Which I knew was like one of the worst Zelda games.
Oh, okay.
But I bought the re-release. Like, pre-ordered.
Yeah.
Through Amazon.
Oh, okay. Yep.
For cheap.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course.
Because I just love Legend of Zelda. And then I bought Tears of the Kingdom. Because I just love Legend of Zelda.
Fair.
Even though I really hate Breath of the Wild. I don't really hate it. I don't hate it. I want to make that perfectly clear. I don't hate it. I just think it's a bit of a disappointment.
Yes.
I'm not mad at it. I'm just very disappointed in it.
It's like, there were still aspects in that game that I enjoyed. But for the most part, it was tedious.
Yes.
As we've discussed in previous things, we don't have to go over
But
it again,
I still bought Breath of the Wild the day I realised it was out.
I didn't. I waited a bit. Wait.
Nope. Tears of the Kingdom. Did I say Breath of the Wild? I said something.
You
I bought
said
Tears
Breath
of the Kingdom. And I was relatively sure I wasn't going to enjoy it.
Jesus.
That is like Legend of Zelda. Give me Wind Waker and
Yes.
Twilight Princess. I read something recently about how Twilight Princess saved Zelda. And I was like, I didn't think it was in that much trouble.
Okay.
Because I thought Wind Waker was actually, like, people were a little bit, but then they kind of came around to it and like, But if this story that I read about Twilight Princess saving Zelda is true, where the fuck is my remake of Twilight
Yeah,
Princess?
exactly.
My favourite Legend of Zelda game.
That makes sense.
Other than Ocarina of Time. But I don't need another remake of Ocarina of Time. I do, actually, thank you, put it on the Switch. However, where's the Twilight Princess?
Yes.
I just want another Twilight Princess that I can play using my fucking stupid buttoned controller, so I don't have to play it with the fucking nunchuck in the Wii mode. Because I hate the nunchuck in the Wii mode. They're terrible. Especially, do you know what makes Twilight Princess on the Wii even worse? Yeah, the Wii had the classic controller. You plug it into the thing, and it's like, hey, now I can actually play with a proper controller. Not on Twilight Princess, you can't. Not on Twilight Princess. So where the fuck is my remake of Twilight Princess, which I can play on this? Reminding you that Twilight Princess first came out for the GameCube.
That is true, it did.
That has a standard controller.
Well, kind
Ain't
of.
no wiggling waggling.
It was a kind of standard controller.
Do you hold it in your hands?
It's true.
Does it have buttons?
Wasn't it also the weird controller with the 3 spots?
No, that was what? That was Nintendo 64. Do you even know
That was
anything
the
about
64?
Nintendo?
I thought it was...
This guy.
I never had them.
Do you know anything about Nintendo?
Not
Go
really.
sit in the corner and think about your goddamn life. And this serves him right. That's not the corner.
There's a corner over here.
He's gone. I hope you get eaten.
Okay, I'm done thinking.
I've thought about my life. It's not good.
Yeah, there wasn't much to think about.
Well, you are going to be dead in 3 years.
Apparently.
Which does beg the question, Chris.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I thought about this the other day.
Yes.
Right? To anyone who watches the podcast and does not know us personally,
Yes.
but also to those who know us personally
Yes.
and may not watch the podcast, but also to those who watch the podcast and know us personally, they know that I'm not a great friend.
We've stated it many times.
And yet somehow, when I said to you, Chris, I'm thinking about making a YouTube channel, would you like to be involved as my underling? I was very clear about that. You said, yes, that sounds like a hoot.
I don't think I said those words, but...
Yes, I would love to be involved and belittled by you all the time on the internet so that everyone can always see.
That also wasn't said. He keeps bringing up a contract I haven't signed.
That's good. Maybe I signed it for you. Dead man.
May not have to.
No, but I do think that's. I think that's a fair question.
Hey.
When I said to you, as I do,
Yeah.
would you like to do this? And you went, yes. And then you remember the way that I just generally am.
Yes.
You know, I'm the man who slapped you multiple days.
Yes.
Like, in fact, I think this week is a rare week because you weren't slapped in any videos this week yet. And you were just like, I'm in. I'm 100% in. Let's do this. Bit of a weird choice.
It was, wasn't it?
Some might even say, you're insane cuckoo banana pants.
I don't think they'd go through those exact words, but yes.
I'm wearing shorts.
You are. Technically, is on what?
No, I just thought I'd put that out there.
Oh, okay.
Because I realised that I've never worn pants for the podcast. But I am wearing shorts. I've always worn shorts, never pants.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You
know why?
No.
Because if I didn't wear shorts, it'd be really awkward. And I have to keep telling you, stop looking at my dick. Chris, eyes up here, buddy.
That is a good point.
No. I got my pants the other day. Like the pants I bought off Amazon.
Yes.
They're good.
Okay.
They're good pants.
Right.
I also got shirts that I bought off Amazon today.
I still need to do that.
They're not
That's
bad
still
shirts. They're polo shirts. I bought some polo shirts.
Okay.
With a fake button. No, it's a real button.
It's a real button. It just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's the one.
A useless button, some might say.
Exactly. I got some of them because I was like, I can wear these to work. Because, they're a little bit fancy. They got a collar.
Okay.
They got a collar.
Yeah.
And collared shirts are fancy. And I was like,
And because it has a button there. Oh. Fancier.
I'll put a real button.
Yes. It's a real button.
I use this real button.
And if he wants to, he can draw one. And staple it on there.
This is a real button. This is a fake button.
Can you see the difference?
Actually, I accidentally broke my pants the other day.
The new ones?
No.
Okay.
These are pants I wear to work.
Okay.
They have pockets on the back.
Yes.
And like any pocket on the back, they're buttoned, right? And here is the button.
Not every pocket.
Because I did not sit in this chair properly. I slid across the handle, and the pockets. This was sitting on the pocket like that, and just went. Bloop. And I was like, I shouldn't have slid across the handle.
No. Shouldn't have.
So now one of my pockets doesn't button up.
Damn.
Which is fine because it's an arse pocket, and I can't put anything in my arse pocket
Oh.
because I sit on my arse. I don't want
Well,
things-
that's the reason I don't put anything in there.
I don't.
The amount of
I don't
people I
want
see
things in
walking
my
around with like their wallet in the back pocket, I'm like, why?
Okay,
Just
here's my
sit
problem
down.
with the wallet in the back pocket, right? Because it makes sense if you're not going to sit down. You're just out of the car in your back pocket. However, it's far easier to steal things out of your back pocket because it is smallest. Like, it literally just fits a wallet.
Yeah.
And you can't see it.
It's true.
Like, if someone's like, okay, you got jeanish things.
Yes.
If I go for your pocket,
it's pretty obvious.
You feel me fiddling around down there. You're like, excuse me, what are you doing?
And I've got this thing called an hour that I can just come back with.
Exactly. But if I'm in your back pocket, it's like, did someone just touch my ass? I have a good ass.
That's it.
And I've stolen your wallet. And off I go to buy all my things.
Yes.
Mainly noodles.
Yes.
And iced tea. Noodles, iced tea.
Oof.
The
Solid combination.
The staple of a grown man.
Yes.
No, I think you'd actually be pretty safe if I stole your wallet, because I'd be like, excellent, now I can do nothing. I don't buy things in real life.
Yeah.
I just take it to the dump and throw it in the bin.
Maybe I heard my skull pick it up.
But yeah, no, I thought about that. I thought about that the other day. I was just like, that is an interesting thing.
Yes. It is interesting.
Yeah.
No, I think it makes the whole thing just a bit more fun.
Yeah. What, not wearing pants?
Oh, when you're at home, yeah. No, okay. When you're at home without company.
Right.
See, I said that, and I realised you are at home.
Off come the pants.
Shit. I didn't think about that part.
I'm going on natural.
No, just the joining the channel. Yeah, no.
It's just like, well, I can, or I can't. No. Do or do not. There is no try.
Yeah.
Yoda.
Yes. He did say that word. And yes. Words. There was more than one word.
Yes, and he said it. He said it specifically in that order.
Yeah. Yes, he did. Look, I don't think I've had a lot of rest in the last few days. It's been fun.
You know what? After we're done here, I'm going to go on to the Xbox and have a look at games that are coming out, so I can be disappointed.
Yeah. We did that the other day as well.
Yeah, we do it all.
There was
I do it all the time because I like to see if there's anything coming out that I would be interested in.
Which is fair. It doesn't often change.
And I say no. No, there's not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm really not interested in? Lego Racer.
Why?
Because I don't really care.
No, I just mean why for the game.
Oh, well, you know, I don't know. 2K
I suppose they're
to
putting
make
out a
racing
lot
game
of...
that was made of Lego.
They're putting out a lot of Lego
You know what I
games
did
now.
love? Original Lego Racer.
I never played it.
I can't remember much about it, but I played a lot of it. I think, possibly, maybe, you could build cars.
There was 2 racing games that I played a lot of.
Or maybe.
Sorry, 3. There was 3 racing games I played a lot of.
I just remember racing pirates around a pirate island. And I was like, Lego Racer.
Played a lot of Underground 2.
Yeah, I played a lot of Hot Pursuit 2. Hot Pursuit 2 was where it was at for me. I think that was the finest Need for Speed they made. And then they went, like, because I might be wrong.
Yeah.
I can't really remember. It was so very long ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel Hot Pursuit 2 had less car customization in it. And then after Hot Pursuit 2, like with Underground and Underground 2 and all the ones that came afterwards, like...
Oh, was Hot Pursuit one of the first ones?
No. It was called Hot Pursuit 2. It was obviously later.
No, but I'm trying to think of how much later that came in. I didn't think it was before Underground 2.
Oh, it definitely was.
Well, Underground 2 was the first one I played, and that's the one that more people liked. It's the one that people keep raving about.
2002 was Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2.
Oh, and Underground 2 was slightly after.
I can look it up.
I don't think it was a
I can
lot.
look up Need for Speed games.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
I played a lot of Carbon as well.
Show me their release
They were
order.
the main two I
Aha!
played.
It was the third option. Need for Speed games. Order.
Yes.
Okay.
What have we got? Obviously,
might
Need for
shock you.
Speed.
In 1940.
Didn't
No.
see that one coming. That's no, that's not 1940.
Not 1940.
Oh.
That would have been before that. That may have beaten the first computer.
Might have. Need for Speed doing well.
In 1994, great year.
Almost a great year.
No, February was pretty good.
I don't know. 95 was pretty good too.
1994, Need for Speed was released.
Yes.
In December.
Mm-hmm.
By EA Canada.
Yes.
On 3DO, MS-DOS, Windows, PlayStation, and Saturn.
Okay.
I assume they mean the Sega Saturn,
I assume so.
and not just the planet.
Well, I've got to spread out as much as I can.
But if they do mean the planet, be interesting how it performed.
I know.
Next was... This one's going to shock.
Oh.
Need for Speed 2.
Oof. In 97.
97, March the 31st. Oh. EA Canada did the PS release, but EA Seattle did the PC release.
There you go.
Can you guess what platforms it came out on? PC and Play. Correct.
Was there going to be something else I didn't know about?
Although, it seems that it made the change here from first person in the cockpit driving to third person behind the car driving.
Yes.
Okay. Need for Speed 3, Hot Pursuit. Original. 98. Less turnaround this time.
Yes.
Probably didn't need it. Once again, EA Canada made the PS, EA Seattle PC, the platforms it came out on, PS and PC.
Yes.
No planets this time. Next was Need for Speed High Stakes. If you've never heard of it, that's fine. Neither have I.
Neither have I.
99. So at this point, Need for Speed's coming out every goddamn year.
Shit, yeah, it was too. And then they slowed it right down. I don't know about after this, but...
PS, PC, Seattle and Canada, same as before. Only came out on 2 stations. Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed. I have heard of that one, actually.
I haven't.
I have heard of it, but only because someone used it as a joke.
Ah, there you go.
They said, we're talking about that we're talking about Star Wars Force Unleashed, not to be confused with Porsche Unleashed.
Okay, I see.
So I have heard it as a joke. Hey,
That was in 2000.
2000.
So 1 a year so far.
Except different. Eden Studios made the PS. EA Canada made the PC. And Pocketeers made the Game Boy Advanced version.
There you go.
Can't imagine that was very good.
Hey,
Then we got
2 year gap this time.
whole 2-year gap for Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2.
Yes, okay.
The best. Need for Speed Underground was the year later.
Yes.
Need for Speed Underground 2 was...
This was a year later.
Yeah.
And that was the one that most people really want to see again.
Need for Speed Most Wanted. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Wait, you didn't? That is like the next one that people talked about a lot.
No, I hated it.
Yeah.
Need for Speed Most Carbon.
Most carbon.
Apparently.
Huh.
No, it's just Carbon. They just wrote most for some reason.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I played a lot of Carbon.
They obviously thought they were still talking about Most Wanted. But Need for Speed Most Carbon. So I feel like at this point we're getting into the point of like, hey, yeah, modify your cars, design your cars, do this. And it was a lot about the modifying and like putting custom sprays and stuff on all your cars.
Which you didn't have to. That was
but
you didn't add anything to it.
Yeah, but Hot Pursuit 2 I don't think had any of that.
The only thing
it was just about get in the Ferrari, make it yellow, and run away from the police.
Fair. Whereas in those ones you started, well, I don't know
To
whether it was...
prove my point in that one.
I don't know which point it actually started doing it, but it was more so upgrading the actual car itself, so like changing the engine.
Oh, their Ferrari's grey. Their Ferrari is not green, it's grey.
Yeah, it is.
Not yellow, so they've done that wrong. So after Need for Speed Most Carbon came Need for...
Pro Street.
Need for Seed.
Need for Seed.
Need for Speed. That's a farming game.
I see.
That was their spin-off. It didn't work as well.
Yeah.
Need for Speed Pro Street. I have no idea. That doesn't sound familiar. 2007.
Yes. I don't. Well, I have heard of that one.
Need for Speed Undercover. 2008.
Yes.
Need for Speed Shift. This must have been when Need for Speed was getting shit. And
I
no one
think
cared about
so.
it anymore. Need for Speed Nitro. What?
Nope.
This was a Nintendo-only exclusive title. Probably explains why it looks terrible.
Yes, yes.
Need for Speed World.
Didn't hear about that one either.
Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remake.
That's probably the first time I heard about Hot Pursuit.
I think I bought
It's
this. I think
during
I
that
own this one.
That's probably why I thought Carbon came out first.
I do think I know that one. Need for Speed Shift 2 Unleashed.
Ooh.
We're getting serious now.
Well,
Need for Speed The Run.
okay. Yep.
Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012.
Okay, that was the first time I'd heard of Most Wanted as well.
Maybe that's the one I have. Need for Speed Rivals.
Okay, I have actually played that one briefly.
Sounds familiar. That might be the one that I have a few of them now.
Yeah. I did play Rivals for a bit.
Need
not
for
a lot,
Speed No Limits.
I think that one was one that came out and it wasn't as good as...
No,
thought.
this is definitely one of the ones I have.
Need
Need
for
for Speed 2015.
Yeah.
Need for Speed Payback.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Need for Speed Heat. I definitely heard of that one.
Yes.
That was 2019. Need for Speed Unbound.
Wait, there's been another one since
2022.
Heat?
Yes.
I didn't know of that. And then
Wait.
there shouldn't be another one.
Let me check. 10
10
best Need for Speed games.
Rank from Underground to Unbound.
I think they've given away some of their list.
No, I think they have.
Need for Speed Most Wanted, number 10.
The 2012 one.
Yep. Need for Speed Pro Street.
Okay, yep.
Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2.
There you go, yep.
It's in the list.
Yes.
Need for Speed Underground.
Yes.
Need for Speed Shift.
Okay, yep.
Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2010. Need for Speed Underground 2.
Oh, it's fourth on the list, okay.
Need for Speed Unbound.
Okay.
Need for Speed Carbon.
As I said, I did play a lot of that.
Got that wrong.
It's not Most Carbon, yeah.
And, of course, Need for Speed Most Wanted. 2005.
Yes. Well, the two that I really liked are in the top 4, so that's pretty good.
Yes. Good for you.
I know, right?
You like your Need for Speed games.
I haven't liked them for a while.
Oh, I
Carbon was the
personally
last one I played.
think I started playing Forza.
Yeah, I do prefer Forza over the new...
And then I started playing
Need
Forza
Speeds.
Horizon and went, yes, this is great.
Yes. I do find them to be a bit better than the current Need for Speeds.
And then I found a little game called Grand Theft Auto 5. And that
Yes.
kind of filled in that thing of needing to be chased by the police. Except it was slightly better, because when I got caught by the police, I could hop out of the car and start shooting at the police.
That is true.
As opposed to Need for Speed, where you get caught by the police and it's like, you're busted, sunshine, and you're like, ah, crap, they've got me.
No, that was my expensive car.
That was my favourite.
No, see, and that's the thing. Once I'd actually finished the game for Carbon,
Yes.
I generally started again and then went over to the different type of car. So I just do one run as exotic, one as tuner, and then one as muscle.
Right. I have no idea what you're talking about.
And then would eventually just buy the exotic car that I wanted, and honestly just played it and ran from the cops for ages. I think my longest run was about an hour. Yes, I wasted an hour being chased by the cops.
No, I have to pee.
The amount of times I had to turn around to not lose the cops to keep that run going was ridiculous.
Well, you make your own fun, I suppose.
I know, yeah, I had to.
Poor old Kris.
I know.
Didn't have any friends to play with, so he had to go and entice the police to chase him.
And they lost me many times.
Oh no.
I'm like, I started to lose that. I'm like, oh no, there's no cones near me. I've got to turn around.
Can't.
Because on the map there was a
cone. Vision cones.
Yeah.
They are like the police are driving ahead of you, like putting out cones quickly. If you follow this path, we'll stay on him, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I think that was like the reason, like, because the last Need for Speed that I actually played a lot of was Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2.
Yes. So the reason I did all that is because I didn't actually start playing games
I think the
with
reason
people till we finished school.
Right.
That's when I started.
Because you were lonely. No. The reason we loved Hot Pursuit 2 was because of stingers, pretty much. That was like the first game where like they actually had stingers and you just see your tires explode. Then you'd be like on this really good run and you'd be like, yeah, when your tires explode, you're like, no.
Fair. No, that definitely helped.
So say I can't think of any games that use stingers recently, but then I just remembered Grand Theft Auto does. The only problem is, unlike Need for Speed 2, in Grand Theft Auto, you just take your exotic car off the road.
Oh yes,
for no penalty and just drive around them.
You do. So like the thing about the new Need for Speed games is they start adding stuff in like EMPs and everything like that to try to help you win a race. It's like
EMPs.
Yeah, EMPs. They added in EMPs, and I'm like,
I use that when I'm ghost hunting.
Oh yes, yes you do. Don't know why, but you do.
Because I can't find the EMP. There is none. No, I'm fairly sure I was carrying around earlier. I think you mean the EMF. No.
yes, that was said. But yeah, no, that was
a lot actually.
That's why I don't like the new ones.
Yeah.
Because they're just adding all of that into it. It's like I don't like that.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. I just find it hard to get excited about stuff now because I'm just like,
Fair.
Well, there's always one or two things I'm just like, that could be interesting. I hope for the best.
Generally, yes. I said this year I just haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, I feel like there is a game that I'm missing over that I've seen in the Xbox list. I'm like,
probably is one.
Intrigued face.
But
at the same time,
might have been something we saw the other day while looking.
Possibly. But at the same time, while I might be intrigued about it, I can't really say I'm excited for it because I can't remember what it is.
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
But that could also just be because I'm getting old. And I can't remember things. And every now and then I just stop. Everything shuts down. Does a reboot, you know what it's like.
Yeah. I do. And you're not even 30 yet.
No. God, that'll be terrible.
Oh, I know, right? Fuck. We are screwed.
Just gonna have to drive off that bridge. Drive off that bridge when we get there.
Yes.
Oh, dude. Although I can say this with full, wholehearted excitement.
Yes.
Snow trip.
Yes.
And that's getting ever closer.
It is.
Should probably pay for that though.
Probably.
Probably should have a chat about the cost of that. Yeah, so that'd be smart.
It would be. I'm working on getting the money. It's a slow process.
Yes. Well, everyone, thank you for joining us. I am currently living in my bladder, so I think we're going to call it.
Yeah.
Because I really need a pee. It's come on quite hard in about the last 5 minutes or so. So.
See, getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either that, I just wasn't paying attention to it, and then I'm just like, wait, no, hang on. All this talk about Need for Speed. Now I need to pee. Oh no.
Maybe.
But once again, thank you for joining us. As always, I've been Darcy. He's been Kris.
No, indeed, I have. Wait, no, hold on. That's right. It was Steve this time.
God, I fucking hate you. I forgot what comes next. Wait, yes, no, I remember. I am Darcy. He is Kris. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, That's sharing.
It is.
The other thing, there's another thing. I always say it. Comment.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The other thing.
Isn't there a bell you can ring?
No, we've been through this before, Chris.
You don't care about the bell?
No, there is no bell, Chris.
Isn't it?
Oh, no, we've been through this before.
I'm
pretty sure you were wrong last time you brought up the bell, too.
Pretty sure the bell's there.
I don't know.
I'm going to have a look.
I don't pay attention. But yes, thank you for joining us. If you liked, we do appreciate it. And until next time, catch you later.
See ya.
Goodbye. That's what I need.
What?
Yes!